This is the Into the Paddock Podcast.
Final three categories, all Formula One related, starting off with the Monaco Grand Prix win. Who went last? Greg, who have you got for the Monaco Grand Prix?
Oscar Piastri.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Australia do well in Monaco.
They do.
Again, super confident it's going to be Oscar Piastri this year.
All right. Okay. JD, who have you got for Monaco?
So we're all familiar with the Daniel Ricciardo redemption story with Red Bull 2016. They messed up his pit stop and he lost the race to Lewis Hamilton. And then he came back the next year and won. We're doing that part two, but instead of Daniel Ricciardo, it's Fernando Alonso winning in Monaco with Aston Martin. And by Jordan's reaction, we picked the same person again.
Get out of my head.
Wow.
I have also picked Fernando Alonso. I picked him last year to win the Monaco Grand Prix. I said really early on that he was going to win the Monaco Grand Prix, and if he had not made that second pit stop, I'm convinced, or that final pit stop, the additional one, I'm convinced he was going to win that Grand Prix. He would have been out ahead of Max Verstappen. He would have held him off. He would have won for the first time since 2013. We've had to wait 12 extra months, but I think this is the year that it happens again. And I'm fully reliant on Aston Martin making a similar jump to what they made last year again this year. If that doesn't happen, then Greg's probably right with Oscar Piastri. Excellent. I can't believe how many of these that we picked the same. I'm worried about the final two because I have a feeling that at least one of them we have all picked the same answer.
I doubt it.
Oh, okay. No, we'll save it for last then because Greg's probably gone really bold knowing him. So first off, the penultimate category, F1 Teams Championship. I have a feeling me and JD are probably the same here. I've gone McLaren.
What?
I've gone McLaren. JD, you've gone McLaren?
Yeah.
Greg, you've gone
McLaren.
You've gone McLaren. Good. We've all gone McLaren.
Oh,
excellent.
The strongest driver lineup, and nobody trusts Sergio Perez anymore. And Max can't be even more dominant than he was last year. I don't think he can win both championships by himself next year. McLaren had a huge jump in season with a super strong driver lineup. I want them. That's my Cinderella pick.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I went with McLaren as well. There was a thing that came out today that very nearly made me change my mind. And then I remembered that it happens every year. There's been rumors coming out of Italy that Ferrari have made massive gains with their car. And I was like, ooh, could that be true? Could they make... And then I remembered every year since 2007, they have said they have made massive gains and then never quite do it. So I stuck with McLaren.
The rumors are coming out of Italy.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Right.
they do it every year, and I think it's just a way to make sure that Stefano Domenicali, Mattia Bonotto, the other guy who was basically a mafia leader, that's just a way for them to not lose or end up with a horse's head in their bed too early in the year. I'm sure that's the only reason those headlines always come out. So yeah, I stuck with McLaren, exactly the same reasons as you. The progress they made mid-season last year, toward the end of the year, they were consistently the only people that could get close to Red Bull. And I do think that whilst the champion might be easy to predict, unless you're Greg, who might pick someone else, I think that Perez is going to be a lot more vulnerable. I think Red Bull are going to be closer to the rest of the pack behind them. And I think when you look at the driver lineups, Piastri and Norris are the strongest lineup in Formula One right now for me. It's close with maybe one other lineup, Ferrari, but I think pound for pound, McLaren have the better lineup, and that's what's going to put them just over the edge. It's the only one where we all picked the same answer.
Yeah, I'm actually genuinely surprised by that.
Unlike this next one, where I think me and JD have probably gone with the same thing and Greg's gone rogue. So we'll do our boring one first. I've gone for Max Verstappen to win the Formula One Drivers' Championship. I don't want it to happen, but I can't see... Whilst I think Red Bull will come back, I think Max is still head and shoulders above at least his teammate, and I think he will still just about come on top. But I would love to be wrong. JD, who have you gone for?
I yield the rest of my time.
Yeah, you've gone for Max Verstappen. Same reasons? Yeah. Okay. And the best till last. Go on, Greg. Who have you picked for the Formula One Drivers' Champion of 2024?
Lando Norris.
That is a bold choice. I like it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Lando Norris is going to get his first win and his first championship this year.
You don't win a game like this by being safe, except all the times that you do. So fair play for going for it.
This is the Into the Paddock Podcast.